What's up there and welcome to a brand new video on 414 Anime. In today's video, 5 facts about Tanya Degurechaff from the series The Saga of Tanya the Evil. And hey, if you're new here, why not join the 414 community by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out. So with that being said, let's roll intro and get straight into the facts. Tanya Degurechaff is the main protagonist of the series The Saga of Tanya the Evil. She was originally a very mean salaryman in the year 2013. His job was basically to fire people from their job on behalf of the company he worked for. He did this job efficiently and would lay these people off without any empathy or remorse. This man was Japanese, had a good physique and was tall, which gave him quite an intimidating presence. In the manga, his hair was jet black and was combed back neatly. Though in the anime adaptation, they stuck with the jet black hair, but this time gave him bangs that parted in the middle. He also wore glasses and had very sharp black eyes, much different in comparison to her reincarnated appearance that you'll be familiar with for the rest of the series. And talking about reincarnation, this businessman was murdered by a man he had fired that very day, which led to time standing still and that awesome first encounter with God, or as Tanya would forever refer to as Being X. And because of Tanya's lack of faith, Being X decided to reincarnate him in the year 1914 in an alternate version of Europe during World War I to a nation known as the Empire. Tanya, who is 9 years of age from when we first see her, her birthday was on July 18th, though her adoptive birthday is on September the 24th. And we follow her story through to her being 14 years old. And in terms of appearance, Tanya is the complete opposite of the businessman she once was. First obvious difference is that she is now a female born into an orphanage. Her height is considerably different. I want to say petite, but I think that's too cute a word for this one. It's quite funny, in the manga and light novel she is shown to be quite worried about her growth, even to the extent of consulting a doctor. She is told by the doctor that her growth is stunted due to her being malnourished as an orphan and the very rigorous training she undergoes as a soldier. Of course, Tanya has a very pale complexion that you could pass off as thinking that she was ill. Her hair is blonde, and in the anime adaptation it has more of a messy vibe. Her face has been described as fairy or doll-like, but I think we can all agree that the main feature that sticks out for Tanya is her eyes. In the anime, her eyes are a very cold shade of blue, though in the light novel and manga her eyes have more of an icy shade of silver. The Saga of Tanya the Evil being set in a World War I theme of course is going to have some references or nods to actual people or events that had occurred during that era. Because this video is about main protagonist Tanya, here are some examples of how she is linked to people or events of World War I. First of all, Tanya Degurechaff is compared to a fallen hero of Germany called Manfred von Richthofen, who also went by the name Red Baron. Both Tanya and the Red Baron were considered as ace of aces for their own respective sides during the World War. And in case you were wondering, an ace of aces is basically a pretty badass fighter pilot. The majority of Tanya's achievements during the war were compared to those of a man called Erich Hartmann, who was known as Black Devil. He got this name because he was highly feared by the Allied forces and the Soviet Union, just as Tanya was known as the Devil of the Rhine by those of the Republic. When it comes to Tanya's traits and the missions that we saw her partake in, both seem to be inspired by that of Erwin Rommel during World War I. Personality-wise, they are quite similar, and both share the end goal of reaching a high enough rank as quickly as possible so that they can be far away from the battlefield. They are also both known to have a very unique talent with commando operations using small units. Tanya, having the body of a child, obviously doesn't possess much physical strength. What she can do, however, is enhance her basic physical abilities through magical enhancement magic. This allows Tanya to engage in close combat and wield a rifle like any other soldier. well, I say like any other soldier, when it comes to combat side of things, she was pretty damn brutal. And to be honest, I think her being able to enhance her physical ability through magic enhancements combined with her very small child figure made her quite the enemy to deal with. She could in one hand kick the crap out of you, and then when it comes to countering, she'd be too small and faster target to hit. I mean, her kill count is pretty impressive. Since her recruitment, Tanya managed a confirmed 62 kills and 32 assists. Damn. But back to the point I was just making about her being a small and quick target. Her movements are said to resemble a fairy dancing in the sky. Though going back once again to how I was talking about her enhanced physical abilities, most enemies would only yell monster instead of fairy as she dodges all mana targeting spells aimed towards her. Her main battle tactics were based around outmaneuvering her enemies and luring them into close combat for her mage blade, or eliminating many enemies at once with single powerful spells. And Tanya's maneuver abilities in all are pretty amazing, but did you know that Tanya currently holds the world record for max height reached by mages in combat, reaching an incredible 12,000 feet. The average height reached is 6,000, with the Republicans actually being able to chase her at 8,000 feet above sea level, which makes you think you're pretty glad that none of these are afraid of heights, right? But it doesn't end there. Tanya can go to the next level, and this is what really makes her enemies tremble. By using the Elenium Type 95 and praying to Being X, Tanya's eyes turn from the normal cold blue color to a bright pure gold. Her physical and mental physique increase beyond that of a normal human, aka next level, aka you're fucked. Once Tanya is in this stage, she has increased accuracy and prediction and is able to cast very high tier powerful explosive spells that, as we have seen on a few occasions, could destroy an entire military company. Outside of combat, Tanya has other attributes that she harnesses off the battlefield. Though she is average when it comes to planning and strategy, what she does have is a very special talent for analysis and critical thinking. Tanya is in fact so good at this that she can manipulate any plan and bend it to match her will. There are also two very polar opposite sides to her. One trait of hers is when Tanya gives orders to her subordinates, if they fail to comply or complete said orders, you bet they can expect harsh punishment. Remember Kirsten and Harold who were sent to the pillbox for directly disobeying one of Tanya's orders? Yeah. The other side to Tanya is the manipulating side. This is where she really uses what she has to her advantage. Tanya of course has an extremely dangerous cuteness and her small size really helps accent this. She can easily fool someone simply by using her child voice. Most memorably was the time during the bombing of the Dacian capital. Of course, in accordance to the international law, they can only destroy the factory they had targeted in the capital by declaring their actions in advance. This was to allow for evacuation, despite it giving away their surprise advantage. And here so enter Tanya's manipulative side. She decided to use her childlike voice as some sort of loophole. She started declaring their intentions, but in doing so, she was able to make the enemy believe it to be a joke. Having fulfilled their obligation, Tanya and her battalion proceeded to destroy the factory, and it was amazing and scary. More so scary. Both of Tanya's voice actors have a very impressive back catalogue of characters, so many that I actually had a hard time deciding which characters to highlight for this fact. So first off, Tanya's Japanese voice actress is Ai Yuki. She has voiced other characters such as Madoka Kaname from Madoka Magica, Yuki Kono from Sword Art Online 2, Diane from The Seven Deadly Sins, Krull from Seraph of the End, and Suyu Osui from My Hero Academia. Then there's Tanya's English voice actress, and that is Monica Ryal. She has also voiced everyone's favourite frog waifu Suyu Osui from My Hero Academia, and again, she also voiced Krull from the Seraph of the End series. Monica's other roles include Tsubaki from Soul Eater, Mira Jane from Fairy Tail, Shiro from Dead Man Wonderland, Mei Misaki from Another, the infamous Anna Nishikina Miya from Shimonetta, and Maho from Steins Gate Zero. Right, so let's end this video with a very nice, easy, simple kind of fact. This is more so to do with some of Tanya's likes and dislikes. After jam-packing this video with a lot of content, let's cool down with the following. So first of all, Tanya hates cigarettes and the smell of smokers, though she, like me and millions of us out there, loves coffee, especially a nice cup of coffee made by Visha. And then finally, it seems that the child side to Tanya makes an appearance here, except it's not the manipulative child side, just your normal, average, everyday child, if you can associate Tanya with that. But anyway, Tanya has a very strong liking for sweets, most particularly chocolates. But thanks for watching. This is my video 5 facts about Tanya Degurechaff from the series The Saga of Tanya the Evil. And of course, if you'd like to see more anime facts videos, anime subscription box openings, figure reviews and more, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Share this video with a friend or just leave me a comment in the section below. Let me know what you thought of this series or Tanya in general. I absolutely fell in love with this as soon as I saw it, so I thought, hundo covering this character. And hey, why not continue the conversation over on social media? You can hit me up on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at 414anime. I'm pretty active on those accounts, so if you want to chat, why not? I'm all up for that. And while you're at it, why not check out all the rewards I have on offer on my Patreon. That's patreon.com/414anime. Any support, I'd greatly appreciate. But that is it from me. I will see you in the next video. Peace!